first and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down. Here's Burrow. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Burrow on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Washington 0. Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Danny Johnson returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They start on the ground with Geis. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, it's Gibson, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Geis. Kareem Martin up to make the tackle.
He was brought down by Kareem Martin. A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Ross on the return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle.
Wayne Haskins.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Jeremy Sprinkle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Third and 2, now Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now here's Ross. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was taken down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
From midfield now, Haskins. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. He spins free and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
From the 24, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And they're going to get him. He He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Chase Young in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Third and...
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Carlos Dunlap on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Intercepted by the...
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Washington 7. On
1st down, it's Haskins. And
this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Gibson down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He's brought down by...
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Third down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Davis on the tackle.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, here's Love. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 16. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
13.
Here we go with Haskins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game.
Dang.
You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Here we go with Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the Bengals.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
Wow.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do?
know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Score, Bengals 21, Washington 14.
Wow.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Beat that ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. One final shot for Haskins. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time.
I'm going to put a few things